We got more reaction now on the province's announcement with George Lagagianis. George, what are you hearing on your part?
Well, Carmen, there are many prisms to view this affordable housing enigma through politically. This could be the Wynne government trying to save their skin. In terms of the big lenders, they are bottom line, top-down driven. What about builders and real estate agents, the people on the ground? This is Brad Lynn. I think you know who he is. You take issue with this foreign buyers tax on many levels and how it might impact the condo market, five-star hotels, and trying to sort of drive that high-tech attraction to our city.
It's a sad day in Ontario. It really is. You know, all a 15% buyer tax is going to do is affect our new development industry. So when CIBC announces they're going to build or participate in the building of a massive new corporate headquarters where they're going to consolidate all of their staff downtown, it's great news. Why are they doing that? Because there's a huge number of young employees to draw from downtown. And why did that happen? The condo market, there's places to live. So, you know, what drives our new development industry, people who buy condominiums from floor plans, to a large extent, it's foreign investors. And that's a good thing. They help finance and build these buildings when locals won't do it. So now what's going to happen is they're gone. They're gone. They're not going to buy in Toronto. It's over. So the large projects like a Nobu, right, the Nobu Hotel, no way. I don't think it's going to happen now. If it happens, it's going to happen. It's going to take a lot longer to take place because we need to sell 70%, 75% of our apartments before we can build. We can't get financing from our banks unless we do that. It'll take way longer to do that.
But it's a long game, right? If the market cools enough and the prices come down enough, doesn't that just attract more foreign buyers to come in and buy more?
No, foreign buyers are not buying in Vancouver. There's plenty of evidence to show that, and they're not going to buy here.
What about the ripple effect on transit expansion, jobs, for just regular people?
Well, let me just say this too. So all this stuff was aimed at slowing down the resale market, the existing housing stock. It'll do nothing. Foreign buyers were a very small part, an insignificant amount of driving the prices higher in Toronto. The demand side is up 10% this year, which is up every year 10%. The supply side's down 60%. Foreign buyers didn't force the supply down 60%. This is silly. All of this is an attempt to satiate unhappy people in Ontario with some duct tape. And the duct tape is going to be ripped off very soon, and it's going to be exposed for a very bad idea. All of this is a very bad idea.
So when the Wynne government says that they did a lot of consultation on this and they brought a lot of stakeholders in, people like you, who are very important to this industry, don't sound like you were consulted at all.
There's nobody in my industry that would support these measures. Nobody.
So what's your prediction long term? When you look at this plan and if it really goes through, I mean, governments change too, so it could be a completely different thing a couple of years from now.
Let's hope governments change. But I'll tell you, the rent control legislation is terrible legislation. It's going to put a nail in the coffin of anyone, of the purpose-built development industry, which we had a bit of that happening. In the last 3 years, people started doing that again, building apartment buildings for long-term rentals. That's over. With the current rent controls, I don't know anyone in my industry that's going to do that. I had 9 buildings planned over the next 8 years in the greater Toronto area and also one in Ottawa. They're canceled today. We're not doing them.
Right. Thank you for your time and your candor.
Thank you.
All right, we'll send it back to you, Carmen.
George, thank you.